This video introduces how to configure WireGuard VPN on the router's eWeb. WireGuard is a new virtual private network protocol. Compared with conventional OpenVPN and IPsec VPN, WireGuard features simple design, efficient performance, high security, and easy deployment. WireGuard is suitable for scenarios that require high speed, security, and ease of use. WireGuard VPN configured on the Ruijie series routers can be applied to the following scenarios. Site-to-site VPN. WireGuard VPN connects two or more network nodes to enable communication, data sharing, and resource access between networks. In this deployment scenario, Ruijie series routers can serve as both the WireGuard VPN server and client. This scenario applies to data exchange between chain supermarkets, government departments, and bank branches. Client-to-site VPN. Mobile clients can securely access specified network resources anytime and anywhere through WireGuard VPN. In this scenario, an Ruijie series router serves as the WireGuard VPN server and a client serves as the WireGuard VPN client. This scenario applies to employees on business trips and clients visiting the company who need access to the internal network. This video uses the client-to-site VPN as an example to demonstrate how to configure WireGuard VPN. The figure shows the networking diagram of the client-to-site VPN. For example, the router functions as the server to establish a VPN connection with the client through the WAN port, and the virtual IP address of the WireGuard VPN tunnel is 10.10.1.1. After successful authentication, the client can access the internal server of the enterprise through the WireGuard VPN tunnel. Log into the router's eWeb, enter the password, and click Login. Choose one device gateway to config VPN WireGuard VPN server. Click Add on the right of policy list. Set policy name and toggle on status. Set related parameters of the server. Server IP indicates a public IP address or a domain name of a VPN server to establish a connection with a VPN client. For example, set this parameter to the IP address of the WAN port on the router. Port indicates the port number on which a VPN server listens. The port number is used to receive connection requests from a VPN client. WireGuard uses UDP by default and the default port number is 51820. Public key indicates the public key of a server. The public key is used to encrypt data packets transmitted in a VPN tunnel. The parameter value is automatically generated by the system. Private key indicates the private key of a server. The private key is used to decrypt encrypted information received from a client and encrypt information to be sent to the client. The parameter value is automatically generated by the system. Interface IP indicates the IP address of a tunnel interface on a server, which is used to identify the server connected to a VPN tunnel. A client will communicate with the server with this IP address. For example, set the parameter to 10.10.1.1/24. DNS server indicates the DNS server for resolving a domain name when server IP is set to the domain name. You can set this parameter to a common DNS server address, such as 114.114.114.114. In the client area, click Add to add a client. Configure client parameters. Username indicates the username of a client for authentication when the client connects to the VPN tunnel. For example, user1. Interface IP indicates the virtual IP address used by a client to connect to the VPN tunnel. The IP address must be in the same network segment as that configured on the server. For example, set the parameter to 10.10.1.10. Public key indicates the public key of a client. The parameter value is automatically generated by the system. Accessible IP range indicates the range of internal IP addresses that clients are allowed to access. Interface IP only, access is allowed only through the interface IP address. that is, only the client with the interface IP address can access the server. Custom, you can add the internet addresses of the clients so that they can also access the server. For example, click Custom and then click Add to set the parameter to 192.168.10.0/24. Pre-shared key indicates the pre-shared key for the server and client. The parameter is optional. Click Download to download the configuration file and import it to a mobile client. Note, after a client is added, the download config file function is unavailable. Click OK to save the configuration. A prompt is displayed. Click OK. The following video uses a Windows 10 client as an example to describe how to configure WireGuard VPN on it. If another client is used, download the WireGuard VPN application matching the client version and refer to the official configuration guide for configuration. Before you start, obtain the WireGuard configuration file generated during the configuration on eWeb of the RGEG series router. Log into the client. Download and install WireGuard VPN. Double-click the WireGuard VPN application and choose Add Tunnel Import Tunnels from File. Select the configuration file, and click Open. Click Activate. When a green symbol and active are displayed in the status field, the VPN tunnel between the router and the client is successfully established. On the WireGuard VPN Server tab, Active Clients indicates the number of clients that have successfully connected to the server. Click the number in the Active Clients column to display the real-time upload and download rates of a client. Online time indicates the last time of a successful handshake between the server and client. Thank you for watching. Scan the QR code on the left to provide feedback or share your suggestions about the video. Scan the QR code on the right to access product documentation on the Ruijie Reyee official website. Your support is the driving force for our progress. See you in the next video.